LeetCode question 34. I need to find the first and the last position of element in a sorted array. So I'm given an array of integers called nums and it is sorted in ascending order, that is non-decreasing order. And I need to find the starting position and the ending position of the target. The target is not found in the array. If this is the case, then I return -1 and -1, and I need to write the algorithm in log of n time complexity. So we have got 5 followed by 7, 7, 8, 8 and 10. My target over here being 8. So as you can see, this is my 0 based indexing. So my target 8 is found at index number 3 and at index number 4 the minimum would be 3 followed by 4. Okay, so what I would do is, so I will show you how to find the minimum, and in a similar way maximum would be found. Okay, so my first step would be initialize something known as mini, which is set to -1. Okay, now I have my low as 0 and high as the size over here is 6 and my high would be 5. Okay, so this is my low, this is my high. When I calculate my mid, that is low plus high by 2, this comes out to be 0 plus 5 by 2, this is 2. So my mid is over here. What I see is my the mid, the ARR of mid or the nums of mid is less than target. In that case, I do low is equal to mid plus 1 and I start again. So my low moves from here to here. Okay, and my mid would change. So now my updated mid would be low plus high by 2, which is 3 plus 5 by 2, which turns out to be 4. Okay, so this is my mid. Now my ARR of mid or the nums of mid is equal to target. In this case, I update my mini. So my mini would change to 4. Okay, since my mid is 4, my mini has changed to 4. Okay, now this could be, now this over here could be the least occurrence of number target. However, there could be something on the left as well. So what we do in this case, I do my left is equal to, sorry, my high is equal to mid minus 1. Okay, so my high goes from this position to this position. Okay, so I'll erase this. Now again I have my mid is equal to low plus high by 2, that is low plus high by 2, which is 3 plus 3 by 2, which is 3. So my mid is also pointing to the same location. Since my nums of mid or ARR of mid is equal to target, I update my mini. In this case my mini goes to 3, so my mini is 3 now. And I do the same thing again. Since I have found at this location, this could be mini, but there is also possibility of mini being on the left hand side. So in that case, I do my h is equal to m minus 1. So my high moves to this position. Now since my high would be less than mid, in that case I return. Okay, so after coming out from all these, I have my mini, that is 3, which tells me the lowest occurrence of 3. Sorry, that my target 8, which is at position number 3. Similarly, we could do for the high as well. So over here, my first step would be to create something known as mini set as -1 and something known as maxi, which is also set as -1. So now if my nums is empty, in that case I would simply return a vector with -1 comma -1. So this is mini comma maxi. Okay, now I create my low, which is 0, and my high, which is nums dot length -1. So this will be as type i32. Okay, now I'll call a function. So this function would be to calculate the lowest occurrence. So this is solve low. So I will pass my mini followed by my nums followed by target, low and high. Similarly, I will also create another function which will be known as high. I'll pass maxi in this case, nums, target, low and high, and after getting this I would return a result. This is maxi and mini. Okay, now let me go ahead and create the function. So I will create a function called solve low, which will take in mini. So this is mutable of type 32, followed by it will take nums, which is a vector of type containing integers. Okay, then we have got a target i32, a low as well of type integer, and a high of type integer. Okay, now I need to write this function. This function doesn't return anything, it is void. So if my low is greater than high, so in that case I would simply return. Then I calculate my mid. This would be low plus high minus low by 2. Okay, then I also have my, now I need to check if the mid, that is nums of mid, is equal to target. In that case I would update my mini. Okay, and I will also call this solve function again. I'll call this solve function, the low solve function, pass mini, the nums and target, and my low this time would be 0 and my high would be mid -1. Okay, now I write the else if condition. My else if would be the nums of m is less than target. So this is less than target. In that case I would call this solve function again, send mini nums target, and since my nums of m is less than target, I need to search on the right hand side. So this will be m plus 1 and this will be high, and my final else case I need to search on the left hand side. Okay, so I do a L over here. So I have successfully written the code for solve low. I'll copy this code and paste it here and make changes. Okay, for high this would be solve high and this would be maxi. Okay, nubs remain as it is, target integer, low high all remains as it is. Okay, so now in this case if my nums of m is equal to target, then I would update my maxi and then call for solve high in all three cases. So this will be solve high, solve high, solve high, and I will pass maxi in all three cases. Okay, so I need to go and check on the right hand side. So this will be m plus 1 and this would be h. Okay, so if this is less than target, I need to go and search on the left hand side. This is correct and rest all remains same. Let me submit this. It says cannot find maxi. Okay, I wrote a error over here. Wrong answer. Let me see. So this is high I32 vector and 32 target and low. If low greater than high, I return mutable. Let m is equal to low plus high minus l by 2. Nums of m is equal to target. In that case, I update my maxi to m and then call the high function, sending in maxi nums target m plus 1 and high. If this is less than target, I call high with maxi nums target m plus 1 and high. Solve high maxi nums target L and then comes m minus 1. Everything seems fine over here. Now let me check for the solve low function. This is fine. I updated. I call the solve low with mini nums target. So I found the error. This should have been mini followed by maxi. Okay, let me submit this.